Quick. Try and lower your ADS, because I feel like that's the biggest problem with most people's gunfights. There's going to be one or two things I noticed lower plat players or gold players will do. Confidence is it's all a mental game generally. So I feel like there's like different layers to confidence, for example, for me. Alright, so in today's video, I am going to be training a Hardstuck Plat 3 for 24 hours. And I'm going to show you the results. Alright, so in this video, I have this broken up into 4 different phases. Now, phase 1 is going to be us just looking at him and T-Hunt, so raw before I give him any tips. Then the second phase is going to be me going into a T-Hunt with him and working on some sensitivity and recoil control. And then the third phase is us going into an actual game and spectating him, as well as working on some of the stuff that he struggles with, like aggression, like confidence, and a bunch of other stuff. And the fourth phase is going to be the final T-Hunt that you guys will have to stick to the end to see, to look at the difference at the end of the 24 hours. But if we can get this video to 1,200 likes, I will love you forever. So be sure to hit that like button and sub if you are not subbed. Also, I'll be live tonight at around 7:30, 8 o'clock EST. So be sure to stop by, come hang out. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see y'all. Peace. If you want, invite me to a T-Hunt real quick. Invite me to a lobby and we can go to T-Hunt. I'll spectate you for a second, just see what's going on. I was looking through the thing and I was like, I need someone to do, and I was looking at the accounts, and half the people are like silvers or like diamonds. I'm like, why are people commenting this?
Right, yeah. I've been like plat for probably like the past, I think like 5 seasons or like 4 seasons, and it's literally just been like the highest elo I've gotten is like this season, which is like 3,300 elo. So
yeah, I've seen that.
Pretty much in the same spot.
Listen, you still got plenty of time to get better, and hopefully by the end of this, you will be better.
Man, I need to try to get a newer console. Like, I'm still on like the very first gen console.
Really?
Yeah, that would help to get that juicy 120 frames.
Oh, definitely.
Things at least come in clutch.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh my god. They're just all swarming. Look at, oh my god. That was very nice.
Honestly, bro, if I would have seen you do T-Hunt, I would think that you're like a solid like Plat 2, Plat 1 player. Like, you definitely don't like, you know, it's like you look like a, what the hell on my screen? Bro, why is she T-posing? What's going on here? Is there lightning going on by you?
Yeah, bro, there's like constant, like every 5 seconds, bro. Like, it's giving me so much anxiety.
Let me see. Honestly, just shoot at the wall for me real quick. I just want to see your recoil control generally. Like, shoot a couple times at the wall. It's not bad.
Alright.
It's really not that bad, honestly. The recoil control.
I literally always practice recoil control. That's like the #1 thing I always practice.
Yeah, I feel like it's. I mean, it's obviously it's gonna be different every time. So like that's normal. But it's generally, it's not like it's like all over the place or anything. Like, the sensitivity doesn't really look like it's like it needs to be changed insanely. Like, do you change sensitivity a lot, or do you are you consistent with it?
I more so like tweak it like a little bit. Like, I'll tweak it, but maybe like 5 or like.
Yeah, that's what I would say right now. Is 5. Stick with that. What do you like when you're playing? What do you think your biggest problem is? Like, just like with like gunfights. Do you think like are you losing gunfights because like you're like overshooting someone, like your sensitivity, like your ADS, or do you think it's like, you know, too fast, or like, what's your ADS right now on?
My vertical is 30, horizontal is 70. Oh my god, it is summary. And then for the 1 times X, it's 25, 1.5 is 30, and then 2.0 and 2.5 is both 40. And then 3.0 is like 45, and then it starts decreasing back to 27. We should test out is try and lower your ADS, because I feel like that's the biggest problem with most people's gunfights. And at most, like, decrease your horizontal by like 5, because your horizontal, I mean, your horizontal's pretty chill. But like, just like instead of like jumping from like 30 to 40, you know what I mean, for like that, for like the 10, try and cut that in half maybe. Go from like 30 to 35, or like 30, 31, 33, 34, 35, or up by 2 at least by each one. Generally like that, just because I feel like your aim is pretty good, you know what I mean? It's just very little movements. Now you can practice that if you want, like on here. I'll shoot at the wall real quick. Alright.
We need to get ammo. Yeah, you're chilling. Oh, damn. Yeah, that's a lot tighter over here, yeah. Pause.
Actually, I'm gonna do it on this wall because I mean that one's gonna get all messed up.
Yeah, you're chilling.
Oh, that one's good.
Yeah, it was really, yeah, compared to these ones, it's like it looks a lot more tighter.
Yeah.
It definitely looks a lot better. I feel like if you, because it's just like very micro stuff. It's like I feel like your sensitivity generally is very good. Like you're not like somebody that I've seen where their sensitivity is like way too high. Like you look like you're on a pretty good sensitivity. It's just like little stuff that makes a bit, you know, a difference. But
Yeah.
I feel like generally your sensitivity should be fine. So I want to show you some stuff with just like playing aggressive and playing off of drones. Cause I feel like when I'm looking at somebody who's like in Plat a lot, I feel like it's obviously just generally doing like either there's a couple things. Either they are learning, but there's people holding them back. It could be like the squad you're playing with, or it can be just the stagnant, just playing way too passive and not playing aggressive enough, or not taking control. Because like it's something very important in this game, and it's just generally just getting map control. If you notice how like what a lot of pro players will do is they want to attack the bomb site until there's literally like 20 seconds left. And that's because they're just always droning at everything, taking control of the entire map, making sure none of that's possible. And what I notice a lot with like lower Plat people is that they just take either way too long and then they wind up getting flanked, or they wind up getting killed from other angles, or they're drone out of room and then push in, get off their drone, and somebody's in the room again. And now I just want to show you a couple of ways that you can actually like not have to deal with that, but we have to kill these terrorists first here. That was a big problem for me. Even I was a diamond still, and I was still playing way too passive, like, for a while. It wasn't really till, like, somebody, like, told me, like, bro, what are you doing? Like, and then I was like, I kind of woke up a little bit. I kind of just had my game knowledge that kind of carried me, and it was really just, like, I was always struggling with, like, playing aggressive enough or playing passive enough. That was one of my biggest issues. Confidence was never really too much of an issue, just because I always play controller on PC. But it was really the other game mechanics that were rough. Alright, so, come on here for a second. So, when I noticed a lot, right, so let's say, like, they're downstairs in, like, workshop, right? What I noticed a lot is like, okay, we need to take control of army lockers. There's gonna be one or two things I noticed lower Plat players or gold players will do. Is they'll have like me and you, let's say we're out here, they'll both get on their drones and start droning at everything. And just like, not take any control and waste all this time. They're getting the knowledge that nobody's in here, right? But they're not doing anything with the knowledge. So, if I just drone in here, right? And then don't have somebody take control of it. Like, I drone, okay, and then I get off here. Somebody could have literally just walked up metal stairs, and then now it's waiting for me to come on the corner, and I think it's clear. Right. So, one thing that I would recommend that you do with your friends or your team, because I feel like that's probably what's holding your back, because I think your aim is good. I think it's really just your communication with your team and the way you guys push and stuff like that. What you're going to do is you're going to have someone drone you in. You're going to have someone send a drone in, drone out the area generally, and then once this general half wall is clear, like give a call out, then you know. Then you push in and play off of the drone. Because you'll get kills way quicker, and people won't get away. If someone's droning out and they go, oh, somebody's behind the desk in archives, you can immediately kill them. Instead of, oh, someone's behind the desk in archives, then you have to run in, get off your drone, and then swing them. And by that time, they're already down these stairs, running back to site. So the biggest thing with just like taking map control and playing aggressive enough is just going to come off of one thing, which is drones, which is very important to do. Because like I said,
yeah.
What was that?
I was gonna say, like, I've always like noticed like drones are a lot more valuable than what people like seriously realize.
Oh no, yeah, drones are super important. Like, especially prep-phase drones, those are really important. Cause like, if you can drone out a room and have your teammate push in, that's like why Yana is so good in Pro League. It's a mini drone. And what you'll notice a lot of people do is they'll send in a Yana and they'll follow the Yana behind it, so that way they can get quick frags instead of having to drone out and then have someone chase after this person. It just you can take control of maps so much easier, and you also play with a lot more like aggression that way as well. But you want to always just, if you're gonna push with anyone, which I recommend you do, which is another big thing I see in lower ranks, is people will solo push. And when you solo push, the problem is that yes, you can frag out, but no one's there to get your refrag if you wind up dying. So it's just but like if I am pushing with you and I die and you get my kill, then we're at an equal trade, we're at equal playing ground, and now it's 4v4, and that's completely fine. There's no problem with getting trade-offs, but like I said, what I notice is people either try and be a hero and just think they're like Bolo and walk in, or they think like it's more important for them to push something else. And it is important to solo push sometimes. Sometimes you don't, like, because you don't want to have 4 people pushing like this one single doorway, you know what I mean? You're gonna want to have somebody kind of go for like a split push. But the difference between going for a split push and then also just solo pushing and not communicating with the team, you just gotta find a balance between that. And when you do that, you can actually work together. Because like I said, like for example, if you're a Hardstuck Plat, like, I don't think that you're an idiot. I think what it is generally, like, just teamwork, as well as, like,
Yeah.
like, you know, just playing aggressive or not playing with enough confidence. And like I said, just build that up by doing T-hunts, droning out more, playing off of your teammates, getting refrags, stuff like that. I feel like is just going to boost your confidence and boost how aggressive and passive you play. Talking about that too, like, one thing that with confidence that I noticed that helps me, like, so much with confidence is literally going to be just, like, droning out everything. Or, like, droning out before I take a gunfight. Like, if I drone out and I know where, like, the person is, like, my confidence is gonna be, like, just way higher because I know where the person is, you know what I mean? So it's like, I know, okay, I know exactly where he is, now it's just up to my gunfight, you know, to take that. But, like, if you don't have a drone and you're pushing in somewhere, your confidence may not be the same because you don't know if you're gonna get swung from somewhere. So, like, making sure you save your drones is, like, super, super important. And not just, like, throwing it in to, like, get destroyed and then, like, you have to, like, walk around not knowing where people are. Because that will drain your confidence. If confidence is one of your biggest issues, yeah, because, like, if confidence is one of your biggest issues, like, you can warm up, build that up. But once you get information, you have intel, and you communicate with your team, like, your confidence will go up way more. 3v5 already? Oh my god, what are the teammates doing? Well, I blew up myself.
Being
Anyway.
an absolute menace.
Yeah.
Friendly, last operator standing.
Ah, shit. Oh my god, no! No! I got smoked. I kept hearing that. I knew where they both were.
The sound of this map is so bad. Yeah, I wanna show you something. What's it called? Generally, like, just from watching that a little bit, something I can give you with just how, like, you enter and clear a room. I know it's a casual game, obviously, so it's gonna be different if you're playing a ranked game. But just one thing to help you when you're clearing rooms, I'll show you. That helps me a lot too. Just to kind of, like, clear a room and have the confidence that it's clear. Because, like, confidence is it's all a mental game generally. So if you know something is clear, like, just having that in the back of your head will boost your confidence if you already are warmed up and you already have that aim. Because I feel like there's, like, different layers to confidence. For example, for me, it's like, okay, I warm up. Okay, there's one layer of confidence. If I know I'm warmed up, I'm good. I'm good to gunfight. Then 2, it's like communication. If my teammates tell me something is clear and they're good teammates, not like terrible, you know, I'll have the confidence. Okay, now I know this is clear. Let me mainly focus on this one area instead of the one I'm in right now. And then obviously the third layer of confidence is just knowledge that I get myself when I drone out a room and I know it's clear. Then then I really have confidence. Or if I see where someone is, then I have really, like, a lot of confidence to swing that because I know where he is. But then I feel like the fourth layer is generally, like, clearing out a room myself and just seeing that's clear for myself and knowing it's clear, because then it just builds up more confidence, because what it does is it takes away spots where people can be, and it allows me to focus on certain areas that I know are left for someone to be, you know what I mean? Just, like, clearing out areas and stuff like that. Like, same with, like, putting up prep phase drones. Prep phase drones are, like, very, very good for confidence as well, because, like, if, for example, if I'm on Villa and I'm pushing master bedroom, if I have a drone downstairs in kitchen and I just leave it there, I'm not going to be as afraid. I'm going to have more confidence to push master bedroom. Because I can go on that. I can see if there's anyone below me going to see for me. Whereas if someone's downstairs and, like, you know, I don't know that, I'm going to be kind of worried. I'm going to be running around, like, scared to push in because they might see for me. You know what I mean? So it's kind of, like, generally, like, just, like, having that, like, knowledge of drones is also really, really good as well. I feel like on defense, I have way more confidence on defense because I generally know where they're going to be. You know what I mean? I don't have to, like, drone people out. I kind of know, like, okay, like, where someone's going to push from. And that just comes from, like, knowledge of playing the game and just knowing. So I feel like, because game knowledge is just kind of hard to teach. You can't really teach it. You kind of just got to play, make a mistake, learn from it. But, like, you can learn common angles where people are going to sit by watching higher, like, ranked people as well. Just watching people play the game, really. Because if you watch someone and you constantly see them play and you constantly see them, like, pre-fire a certain angle or, like, just hold certain angles or watch certain areas, you generally will learn from that. Then you can get that game sense. But most game sense is just going to come from you playing, making a mistake, dying from something, and then learning from it, you know what I mean?
But for me, I actually try to make myself practice, like, tracing so I can get a higher shot. Like, more likely to get it.
Yeah, I feel like, so with, like, generally micro movements, that's going to come with, like, literally just, like, not changing your sensitivity a lot.
Yeah.
Because you'll build up a lot of muscle memory if you stop changing your sensitivity, which is why I always tell people, like, don't change your sensitivity 24/7, because it's going to mess up your micro movements with your tracing, with your aim, with everything. So, like, if you suck, like, for example, I played on, like, 100 ADS for, like, 4 years, and I sucked at first, but I stuck with it. Like, I literally stuck with it, because I liked it. And when you stick with a sense, it just becomes natural to you, you know what I mean? Like, If you're changing your sensitivity all the time, it's just gonna mess up your micro movements. Like literally, like I would recommend generally just like sticking with your sensitivity you have right now. You might suck for like a week with it, but like if you grind it out and just get used to it, you'll definitely like fix your micro movements and fix that. If you keep practicing with it in Tions too.
Definitely, because I mean, like, I can't even count the amount of times, especially when Twitch had ACOG still. Like, I can't even count the amount of times I changed my sensitivity back then.
No, yeah, it's definitely really good. I'll show you some Netflix casual game in a Tion that helps me a lot with my sensitivity movement and stuff like that. All right, here. So there's a couple things I want to show you. One can be like sensitivity generally with like tracing, in a way that helps me, as well as just generally clearing a room. Like, I'll show you, right? So if I'm gonna clear this room, I'm gonna drone out this area. Let's say I'm gonna drone this out. I'm gonna see how if it's clear or not. And let's say I don't have a drone. Oh, nice voice crack. Holy shit. Let's say I don't have a drone, right? And let's say that happened, right? So if I'm out here, I'm gonna peek here. Okay, that's barricaded. Okay, that's barricaded. Check this corner. Check that corner. What generally what you want to do when you're checking, if I'm gonna push this hallway, instead of me just like coming here like this, what I need to be doing is I need to be like checking this corner real quick. Check here. Okay, now that I see this clear, then move over here. Like I'm not sure if you said you've seen that video with the trainer. You generally want to keep your crosshair like as tight as you can to the door frame, because if I'm like this, if I'm swinging this like this, and someone comes right here, I now have to flick to this right here. You know what I mean? To whereas if I keep my crosshair very tight to the door, I don't have to adjust as versus if I'm swinging like this and then I have to adjust. So when you're just coming around a corner, keep your crosshair as tight to whatever platform you have. Cause like if I'm just moving like this, he's dead. You know what I mean? Like instead of just like going like this and then having to flick. And same with this. It's like coming here. Okay, check this corner. That's clear. Check this corner. Instead of just walking in like this. Because in a ranked match, people are freaks. People are gonna sit in a corner. People are gonna sit in this corner.
Exactly.
Like especially if you don't have a drone. So you don't just want to walk in and just assume stuff. Like, but you don't want to. I'm not saying to hug the wall. That's not what you want to do. Because like I showed you the perspective thing. But even if you're far back, you know, come out wide and hold that tight here instead of coming out like this and going like this. Because then you're not making up for the space right here. If someone's sitting right here, you're gonna have to then flick to that, and that's another little micro movement that you're gonna have to make, especially if you're not warmed up with the sensitivity.
Right, and it seems like the overall meta, it seems like it's just like go wider so you have the more of like the advantage to see people.
Exactly. And another thing is huge too that I've noticed a lot with controller generally is so I've done like really high sensitivity videos where like I play on like 400 sensitivity on like PC.
Yeah, I remember.
And the way that I do that is I don't use my right stick that much, and this comes with a lot of people with sensitivity. This is a tip I can give, right? So if I'm gonna swing someone, I'm not gonna go like this that much. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this stick, and I'm gonna generally keep my crosshair here, but move my left stick more than if I'm just like slowly walking and then just like moving like this, because my ADS is gonna be faster, or it's gonna feel faster and just feel like harder to control, rather than if I keep my thing stationary. And then I'm just like I say I have this crosshair level, right? Let me open this door.
Yeah.
If I keep my gun crosshair level, and I move like this, and slightly move my left stick, but generally don't move it a lot, but more move my left stick, I keep a crosshair placement, I can crash and get that kill. Instead of me like coming on the corner like this and going, and see how my aim isn't as good if I have to flick with my right analog stick all the time. So if I'm just like this, like making very slight movements with my right analog stick, like slight ones, instead of just coming around the corner and going like this. And it's still very important to obviously aim with your right trigger, with your right analog stick. But incorporating more of like micro movements with your right analog stick and more movements with your left analog stick to aim has helped me on much higher sensitivities. If you want, we can go to a Tion just so I could I expect that you and just see the difference generally, like now that you're on this sensitivity instead of the one from the beginning, just to end it out.
Yeah. Okay.
The main thing I want to see that you work on is what's it called? Just when you're just coming around corners for doors, make sure you're holding like the angles like tighter. Checking corners, playing with aggression, communicating with your team, just doing more warm-ups. I feel like although it sounds like a lot, they're very little changes that will go like a long way.
Yeah, definitely.
And also when you're swinging, make sure that you are swinging wide as well as committing to it. I think you'll win a ton more gunfights. Go.
Got it. I got it. Let's go.
Have you been using the same sensitivity that I gave you yesterday today?
Yeah, I've been only on that, and like, I was playing Doctor's Curse earlier, but I would.
Oh, you're chilling. You're chilling.
Oh, what?
Enemies remaining.
Let's go.
Op 4 eliminated.
Yeah, I definitely think that if you stick with the sensitivity, you start playing a little bit more aggressive, and you just learn to communicate with your team more and push as a team more. I think that you'll definitely without. Oh my God, she posting again.
It's back
I think
again.
I think you'll definitely like what's it called, do a lot better, and not be a Plat 30. 'Cause I think those are the main things that are holding your back. Like honestly, I think just stick to one sensitivity, and then I really think it's just your team play. Because I think if you played in a better stack, you would not be a Plat 30. I think if you played in a stack that had more communication and knew how to utilize you and tell you generally what to do, you would probably be anywhere from a Plat 2 to a Plat 1. So I truly think what you need to do the most is continue to warm up, continue to just play with more aggression and play with more confidence, but also play more with your team. Try and get your teammates to call out more. Try and get your teammates to, you know, just like push more as a team instead of solo pushing. Because I don't know exactly your team plays, but that's just what I noticed from most Plat teams is that they either just don't run out enough, that they play too passive, or they're just not communicating enough. And I think if you do that and you get either on a different team or you just help your team get better as well, then you'll definitely be a lot higher.
But I'm definitely looking forward to it.
I believe in you. You got this.
Thank you. I think I got it. As long as I ever get like even like Plat 1, I'll be even the happiest man alive. Like my ultimate goal is to hit Diamond, especially like just at this point now Diamond 3.
Yeah, you can get that easy. You got that easy.
Yeah, but now like all the ranks are so much lower now, so it's just like I don't see myself not being able to not hit it. So
No, yeah, you definitely got it.